let them change you. Don't let them change your heart, because new levels come with higher devils, new devils, and the higher you elevate, the more your heart will be tested, unfortunately, okay? So this is where you're being guided to stay grounded, stay true, and let's talk about how to keep your spirit pure when everything you literally want and prayed for is finally flowing in and coming into your life, like literally immediately. You're finding this message, it's here, it's now. Because we always hear about the struggle, the grinds, the nights spent crying, the sleepless nights wondering, when will it be my turn? Okay, everyone else is winning, where's my turn? And now your turn is coming, okay? The doors opening, the tables turning, feasting in front of your enemies, okay? Everything you want and prayed for and manifested and cried for is literally about to drop into your hands, okay? Into your lap. But here is the thing so many people forget about. Success is not the final test, again, unfortunately, because the real test is, will you stay the same person when you finally have everything that you've always wanted? Because you don't want to lose these blessings. You don't want them to change your heart, because let's be real honest, winning changes everything and everyone around you. Like immediately, right? So people from your past start treating you different, okay? You see the fake love start rolling in, and suddenly the same ones who doubted you, who smear campaigned you, who talked against you, want to be your biggest fans. They want to be part of your feast. They want to sit at your table. They want to be with you as them tables start turning. But here's what you need to hear. Do not let your success harden your heart. Do not let your blessings make you forget where you came from. Okay, like me, I came from Philly. Never thought I'd make it here. Do not let these wins turn you into the villain of your own story, okay, where you block your own blessings. We've seen it happen so many times, because that's where so many people fall. That's where so many people fumble. That's where they get their blessings blocked, revoked, deleted, removed. Now, Psalm 37 reminds us, when you delight in your path that is set before you, you will receive the desires of your heart. Okay, so in order to receive and keep, you have to be happy with what you already have and show gratitude. That means you were always meant to win. But here's the real challenge: keeping your heart pure and humble when you do, and knowing that, yes, your prayers, your hard work, all that energy got you here, but God's source universe is keeping you here. That's a word, okay? Here's the hidden test. Success is easy. Staying true to yourself isn't always for everybody. Now, everybody's different, right? So let's talk about it. Ooh, throat chakra. Literally, someone doesn't want you to hear this, because nobody warns you about this part of glowing up, becoming the highest version of yourself, becoming the richest, most vibrant version, because the real battle isn't actually just making it here, okay? Especially in today's world with social media. The real battle is staying yourself and true to yourself, regardless of the money or the opportunity when you do, okay? Let's break it down, baby. So what happens when you suddenly have money and people start treating you different? What happens when things just become so easy for you? When you blow up, go massively viral overnight, and everyone who ignored you and smear campaigned you and magic and all that suddenly has, I always believed in you. And you finally have options, but remember what it felt like when you literally had none. Okay, I was just thinking about that the other day when I was divorcing my baby daddy. Where is this money coming from? Where are my options, right? Don't forget who you are. Because let me tell you something that I've learned. The ones who forget their past are the ones who struggle the most when they reach the top. They're the ones who lose. How many times do we see other readers, other spiritualists get, so many followers, so much money, so much recognition and success, and they lose it, okay? Example number 1, the overnight success, okay? I've seen it in my career so many times where someone grinds and prays and manifests for years or months or whatever and gets their big break, and suddenly they start moving different. They start acting different. Their ego shines through And people see that. They forget the days when they were struggling. They look down on the people who are still trying to make it, especially if they made it first, especially if they made it sooner, okay? And what happens? Their blessings slip through their fingertips, okay? Maybe they have a mental health thing. Maybe they start to struggle in some way. Maybe, they fall out or fall off or whatever this is, because Psalm 112 reminds us good will come to those who are generous and conduct their affairs with justice. God, nothing I say is by accident. So blessings pull through when you are fair and just. If you start moving funny, the universe will check you. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, friend, okay? Example number 2, the fake friends. The second you start winning, you're going to start seeing people's true colors, okay? Opportunists. People that never cared about you. Some people will absolutely celebrate you. A lot of people will hate you for it. And the ones you really got to be careful about are the ones that act like they're happy, but deep down within their heart, within their soul, within their spirit, they're plotting. And I want to really talk about this because too many people fumble their blessings by trying to bring the wrong individuals with them when your heart, your soul, and your spirit already told you they are not aligned. So, when they see you elevating, not everyone can come with you. And it's not because you're being selfish or you don't love them, especially if this is like a parent or a sibling or a family friend or whatever. You're not forgetting where you came from. It's because some people were never meant to sit at your table in the first place because they're going to keep reminding you of where you came from, and not in a good way. They're going to keep reminding you of who you used to be, okay? Or what about like Judas energy in full effect, where they say they're your friend and the entire time, you're rowing in your boat and they're drilling holes into it, okay? So think about it. I love to bring up biblical examples, even if you're not I'm not religious, but I do think it's more of like euphemism, a story that we can think about. So let's think about it. Judas wasn't some random enemy. He was super close. He was trusted, and he was the very one who sold out the person he claimed to love. And that's how betrayal works. It never comes from a stranger. It never comes from a neighbor because they don't know you. They don't care. Okay. And that's why the universe starts to expose people, or y'all could book an exposure spell at the top of my page, especially when your breakthrough is literally right here. That's why people randomly start switching up on you right before a major blessing hits. That's why you see people's true colors, why some people fall away, even if you weren't necessarily ready for that, right? Because rejection is always divine protection, because they were never meant to feast with you at your table, because they would have stopped your tables from turning in your favor, okay? And let's be super real. If the universe didn't remove them, you would have let them stay. And that would have been your greatest blockage, okay? Because a lot of y'all, I know, you've got a good heart. You remember the history. You think, maybe they'll change. And I'm telling you from experience, they don't, okay? I did this for years. My mom, my siblings, they don't, okay? Maybe one day, but it takes a lot, not just you leveling up. And what you don't realize is that some people are only loyal to your struggle, not your success. And even then, maybe not so much. They were only cool with you when you were struggling. And maybe to what extent, right? They were only rooting for you when you were an underdog, because they didn't think that the underdog always wins. But the moment that you start winning, suddenly they feel some type of way. Suddenly they want a handout. Suddenly, they are wondering why you deserve all these blessings. Psalms 41 says, even my close friend, someone who I shared bread with, has turned against me, right? And it's going to be the closest ones to you that, especially if you set boundaries, they feel like, I can't take your opportunities, because the universe is protecting you by removing certain people, certain energies, certain unaligned experiences, because not everyone clapping for you actually wants to win. We can all sit here and clap. Not everyone means it. Confirmation hiccup. Some just want to sit close enough to you. So your success, they can either leech off of it, sabotage it, or fake support while secretly hoping and plotting that you fall and fail and be removed from your throne. And the crazy part, some of them don't even realize their own jealousy sometimes. Maybe it's something they feel at night. Maybe, they haven't done enough like inner healing and inner realization. So when people start to act funny, that's when we take a step back and ask the universe, is it time to let them go? Okay? And when the universe forces a separation, don't fight it. I learned that the hard way. When people start showing their true colors, believe them. When people show you who they really are, believe them. Because the table is already being prepared for you, okay? And you cannot let these people stop you from feasting, period. I love you. Just keep shining. You've got this, baby.